It's the sure sign of a good time. The just right taste of Bud Light. Here we go.
It's time for this week's pick on 101sports.com.
Welcome on into Rams Picks in Week 3. I'm Tony Softli. Sitting next to me is Randy Karraker. And Randy, how do you see the Ravens and the Rams match up this Sunday in the Loop?
I don't like the way this one matches up for the Rams from a lot of different perspectives. Let's talk about the offense first. They have such a great ability to get after the passer. And even though the statistics don't show that, only 27 sacks last year and 4 this year, when you watch them against Pittsburgh, when you watch the way they hassled Hasselbeck, even though Hasselbeck threw for 358 yards, I have my concerns about the Rams' ability, based on their recent past, to protect Sam Bradford. We know you can't run on Baltimore, so that part of it's going to be difficult. I just think the Rams are going to have difficulty moving the ball. And then on the other side of the football, Ray Rice is the kind of guy that just kills the Rams, who are 32nd in the league against the rush. I know they don't have Ben Grubbs. They have the former Ram Mark Lavoie starting at left guard, but the rest of their offensive line is really solid. Bryant McKinney has been a revelation for them. I just think it's going to be a real tough matchup for the Rams this week.
Yeah, I can see what you're saying, and you know what? The Ravens in the past, I would agree with that, but watching the first 2 games on tape, and especially last week against Tennessee, you know what? It's not the Ravens of old, and it's the same names, but they're not playing up to par. And I'll tell you what, and I love Ray Lewis. He's a Pro Bowler, future Hall of Famer. But you know what? He's lost a step. His lateral slide to the line of scrimmage and out to the sideline is very slow. I look at the big boy they just gave all the money to, Nada, and you know what? He's playing okay. For a guy that gets that much money and that much notoriety, I thought he'd be more dominant inside. And I was disappointed, really, to be honest with you. So I see the Rams attacking this defense on the outside, on the corners. I think their safeties are solid. You can't throw on Ed Reed. If you hang it up there, he's going to go get it. But those young corners, they gave up so many yards last weekend on some really short and intermediate routes that really should have been covered. You got to know where Suggs is, and there's several other guys on that defense, and I would agree with you. If you don't block him, if you're not protecting right, they'll eat you up. Offensively, for Baltimore, Flacco is one of the elite quarterbacks in this league.
I agree.
You know what? He's got Anquan Bolden to throw to. He has the 2 young tight ends, and Ed Dixon from Oregon and Dennis Pitta from BYU. That's going to be a 2-headed monster that they're going to have to deal with. And I think Ken Flagel and Coach Spags have got a game plan set for that. But I will agree with you 100% on Ray Rice. This is one of the most effective running backs in the National Football League right now. He's very versatile. He can catch the ball. He can block on third down protection. He doesn't come off the field. And he's extremely tough, and he's hard to tackle. You talk about yards after contact. This guy gets a lot of that stuff. So I will agree with you on that, but I kind of got to go with the Rams on this one. And I'll tell you why. Because I think they'll keep it close. I think they'll use the same game plan as Tennessee. And I think Josh Brown might win it at the end.
I would love to see that. And I'll tell you what, if I knew that the Rams were going to play close to error-free, in each of the first 2 games, their offense has literally given up a touchdown to the opposition. The Jaquay Parker touchdown for Philly, and then last week the Boley touchdown. The penalties, the turnovers have been devastating for the Rams. If they can clean that up, and Spagnuolo talked all week about cleaning that up, then I would agree with you that they'll have a chance at the end. Unfortunately, I haven't seen anything yet to make me believe that they'll be able to do it. But I hope I'm wrong.
I just got that gut feeling. You know what I'm saying?
I'm glad you have that feeling, because I'm thinking 23-13 Ravens.
And I'm going to go 17-20 Rams. We'll see what happens.